How does the water move in the plant? So do you know the transportation of the plant? Let's see how transportation of a nutrient and water in plants occur. So plants need transport system to carry water and food to their different parts. The water in the soil enters the roots of the plant and then through the root hair that helps in water and absorption in plants. Then it moves to the root cortex and then to the root xylem. Xylem is the type of vessel that acts as transport system for food and water in plant, which also is the capillary actions. The vessels contained in the roots, stems, and leaves. And then it escapes to the surrounding through stomata. After that, the water and minerals are released through the process of transpiration. And we will discuss on later about the three of these: transpiration, capillary action, and osmosis. So next, movement of water from soil to roots. So this is the structure of root hair under the microscope. It contains several layers such as epidermis, cortex, endodermis, pericycle, and xylem. On the first layer of the epidermis, it consists of vacuole, cytoplasm, root hair, nucleus, cell wall, and membrane cell. Epidermal layer contains the root hair cell, cortical cell, or parenchymal cell, which represent the cortex, endodermis, which in between contain Casparian struct. Next, the main layer is xylem. The soil particle is covered by water, which is more hypotonic than the root hair, meaning that the soil contains more water molecules and water potential. Thus, the water diffuses from the soil to the root hair under concentration gradient through a process called osmosis. As it enters the root cell, the water becomes more dilute or more hypotonic. This also means that it increases the water potential and water will move into adjacent cell by osmosis, and the water movement will continue until water reaches xylem vessels within the root. So how about the movement of water along the xylem? Let's see. The water can move continuously upward in the xylem because of two properties of water molecules. First one is cohesion, which water molecules are attracted to each other. The second one, for adhesion, the water molecules are attracted to the xylem wall. Adhesion force allows the water to stick at the xylem wall. This is known as capillary action. Thus, this will cause water to crawl up a narrow tube, and the plant can force the water up to the roots, to the stems, and the rest of the plant in continuous streams. Let's look at the next one, which is the movement of water from leaves to the atmosphere. So this is the components of the leaves. It contains the upper epidermis, mesophyll cells, which are the parenchymal cells, contain spongy mesophyll cells, and have air spaces, the lower epidermis, and the stoma. During the day, high temperature will cause the water contained in the spongy mesophyll cells to evaporate, and the water vapor will then accumulate in the air spaces between the cells. These create a high concentration of water molecules in the air spaces compared to atmosphere. The water vapor then will diffuse out from the leaves through stomata into the atmosphere by diffusion. So, the combination of evaporation and the diffusion processes is known as transpiration. And after most cell keeps losing water through transpiration, the water will flow from the xylem along the chain of cell into mesophyll cells by osmosis. This creates a pulling force in water column known as transpirational pull. Lastly, let's look at the movement of nutrients into the soil. As we can see, decomposition of dead plant and modified organic matter results in the formation of a more complex organic matter called humus. This process is called humidification. Humus affects the soil properties. As it slowly decomposes, it colors the soil darker, increases soil aggregation and aggregate stability, and increases the CEC, which is the ability to attract and retain the nutrients, and contributes the N, P, and other nutrients. Other way to bring the nutrient to the soil is by manure. Manure are one of the key constituents which provide various of nutrients to the soil. Then the manure is applied to the soil and provide vital nutrients to the plant, which are only available at a relatively deeper depth. So, thanks for watching.